Yo, what's good, guys? This is Juice at THCLabs.net. We're almost at the end here. This is video 7 of 8. These are 8 success tips. I hope these are helping you guys out, cause they did for me. Changed my world, and I personally got this advice from Jim Rohn. One of the best. So I'm taking you through this my way. Yeah. Might not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. Alright? So let's give you the rest. Let's wrap this thing up. Get through the end. Alright, so we're gonna talk about moving away from negativity. Alright? So there's many different ways to move away from negativity. I come at you with different ways, things like so. You could, of course, most obvious is like move location. Move from city to city, town to town, whatever, house to house, whatever. But you have to move away from negativity to a point where you block it off in your mind. You have a filter of it. That's what really moving away from negativity is. You detach yourselves. Remember, you detach yourselves from being negative. You move away from being negative, and then you go more into the positive, right? And that's what basically means, right? To move away from negativity, quite literally, right? So, to develop this skill, it takes. I'm not gonna lie. It's. Trust me, it tests your patience, right? So, but you may not realize how small and easy it is to get into it. How easy it is to get started to work on it. Patience and negativity. Oh man, it's like if you have patience, if you're a patient person, if you can wait for things, and if you can, hold off, moving away from negativity right now, I'm gonna tell you straight out, it's gonna come easy to you. Okay, it's gonna come straight easy to you, because moving away from negativity requires you to think on your own in some terms. Okay, because when it's not easy when you get a comment on something you're doing, and it's negative. It's not easy for anyone. Okay, but what we do with it is what determines, the the outcome. If you take a negative comment, and you start to think it over, and then you start to let it get in your head, and you start to let it, simmer in there, and it starts to cook up, and it starts to, pretty soon it's gonna be ready, it's gonna be done, it's gonna be set in your mind. So what you have to do is get it at an early stage. All right, when you see that negativity, reflect on it, see it for what it is, whatever it is. It could be work on this, or you need this, or it's missing that, or you have to do this. Whatever it says, read it, reflect on it, and take it in a little bit, understand it, look at it from their point of view, where they're coming from, and then from that moment, you realize if it's good or if it's bad for you, because ultimately that's why you're doing it, right? If you can, see yourself through someone else's eye and realize what you just done, and try to picture it as they're picturing it. It takes work to do that, but that's how moving away from negativity is going to work. Okay, when you start to look at it at different perspectives, but not dwell in there. Okay, don't soak and simmer and sulk in there. Right? Don't take it to heart. Barely take it to mind, and then let it move away. Okay, push it away. All right, because when you do this, even when you push it away, you're gonna realize that idea. Okay, and what you do with it doesn't matter, whether you take action on it or not. But it's no longer gonna influence you. Okay, next time you're gonna do that certain thing, that comment was replied for, you're not gonna think twice about doing it, because you didn't let it simmer in there. You didn't let it soak in. You didn't let it cook up or nothing. You just reflected on it and then moved it away. Okay, and that's what moving away from negativity is. And sometimes you do have to move physically. Sometimes you do have to get away from crazy people, or people that just want to eat up your time and don't let you breathe, and just always want to be in your face, and don't let you, focus on what you have to focus on. And I realize that sometimes you do have to move physically, and that's good for you, good on you if you're already doing that, because you're realizing already how to deal with negativity, whether you know what being negative is or not. So my hat's off to you if you're already taking action on moving away from negativity, because when you're doing it already, it shows that you can do this. You know, it shows that you are set for success. You know, little comments you get, especially when you're starting off, you have to 50-50 it, okay? You have to know if the advice is good or bad, know if it's true or false, okay? But only you know that decision, okay? Only you will know that decision. And it doesn't work the same in every situation, you know? It works differently in others. Sometimes people do tell you the truth, you know, hey, you're missing this and it would sound better, you know. Well, yes, that's constructive criticism, okay? There's almost a fine line, okay? But you have to, that's why I talked earlier about, you know, looking at it at a different angle, other than your own egotistical, biased opinion, you know? Looking at it from a neutral, static point of view, okay? A fresh, new point of view. It ties into being confident. You see? See how this all goes together? So, I'm glad. Let me get this out there. I'm glad if you're already, you know, doing something towards moving away from a bad person or a bad situation. I'm glad for you, because you probably already understand how this works, okay? And that's good on you, because negativity will hold you back, okay? Negativity will hold you back no matter how small or big it is, okay? If the smallest thing could be a negative thing, okay? The smallest thing. Say you wake up in the morning and you hear this rustling around, and then that sets you off. You're like, oh man, it's this early in the morning and I'm hearing all this noise in my house. That already right there, that's gonna move your day negative back towards the negative place, you know, back towards the negative spectrum. So every little thing that could be negative in your life, start to turn it into positive, or don't acknowledge it, you know. If you hear all the birds tweeting in the morning, if you used to look at it as noise and you know, racket and let me go to sleep, damn it, you know, if you look at it that way, then start to change it, you know. Try to hear the symphony in their song, or the birds tweeting, you know. Try to hear the melody, you know. Try to hear the communication of the birds, you know. I'm not telling you to understand bird language or try to go learn how to talk bird, but I'm telling you to be positive and acknowledge it. And it also ties into being grateful, you know. This all goes together. These are 8 success tips that will get you on the right track. Now, if you like what you've been hearing so far, like and subscribe. Okay? Subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment. I always love to know what's going on in you guys' head. I would love to know. I will always appreciate it. So, if you've gotten value from this video, like it, thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. If you're ready for the next video, if you're ready to finish this thing off and get it over with, then let's do it. Alright? It's Juice at THC Labs on net. Go on to the next video. Final video.